How's it going, guys? Panther Films here. Today we're going to be reacting to Season 2, Episode 8 of Daredevil Born Again, the season finale, which is titled The Southern Cross. Now, last episode, a moment of silence for our boy, Daniel. He went out like a champ, and turns out, apparently, in the original version of the ending, he was supposed to live, but in post they decided it was better to kill him. It had more emotional weight, and honestly, I kind of agree. We also had, Matt gets shot after he showed up at court. That whole sequence in the parking garage was kind of weird, though. Like, Matt getting shot, like, Cherry getting Kirsten out. And it did suck that we didn't get, like, Kirsten's reaction to Matt being safe and alive, or whatever. I get that maybe that would ruin the reveal of him coming back into the courtroom. It would have been nice to see Kirsten, like, react to that, And we also got to see our boy, Brett Mahoney. He's back. He was there for Karen just to make sure she was okay and stuff, and let her out to go see Matt. But the trial of Karen Page is an opportunity for Matt and Karen to take advantage of, because it's broadcast to the public, which could be big, right? Like, some things could get revealed in that trial that could be beneficial towards, getting rid of Fisk, like the video, the first mate video. But yeah, I'm curious what they're going to do with Book, but at the same time I'm like, maybe they won't do anything with Book this episode, because sure, we killed Daniel, but that was done in post, so would that affect this episode, or was it done pretty early in post? So before they finish this episode. So maybe we'll see like a dialogue change or some kind of different interaction with Buck and Fisk, because I assume Buck has to tell Fisk that Daniel's dead, right? We also had like a scene with Jessica and Mr. Charles, told her about the governor and how Fisk wants her gone, and then Matt freed Bullseye and, offered him to do one good deed, save the governor, and he did. One of Fisk's people, I guess, went to assassinate the governor, and Bullseye saved her and kept the assassin alive. I'm excited to get into this episode. It's one of the longer episodes this season. I'm hoping they nail it. I have been worried that it's going to feel rushed. We do also have the Punisher special next week, so technically we're not done. And yes, I will be reacting to that next week too. Yeah. That sums it all up. So let's stop dilly-dallying around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode.
What else did Officer Powell tell you? Did he tell you to kill Hector Ayala?
Oh, they're going to do a Cole redemption, I guess, based off that. I feel like the previously always kind of spoils shit.
He's not coming.
My man wasn't even supposed to die. It's crazy that they just decided in post that, it worked better that he died. Because I think that's a much better ending for his character than him living. Because it would add no stakes if he just lives. I wonder if this will be the last time they use this opening. Oh, this is like... This a flashback? Oh shit, it's the place from, Which season was it? Was it season 2, I think?
Matt is tied up.
Tied up, got shot.
Get off.
Ah!
I'm not built like you.
I don't get that. Why? Like, she can die. Her skin isn't invulnerable. She's strong, but, she can get shot and injured.
Can you stop him?
Not alone.
That was kind of the idea.
Buck.
Buck!
Did Daniel deliver Miss Europe?
No.
No.
Does Buck hate him?
Seems Murdoch has survived the night.
Is that... What is that? Is that an invitation to court?
Duplicity.
Objection. It's prejudicial. Sidesteps any objective diagnosis with conjecture.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just got shot.
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine. Just got shot in the leg.
Kirsten's not going to react to that, what?
Especially interested in chapter 2, page 35.
Also, they're not going to question why Karen's got a massive fucking bruise on her cheek.
Boyfriend.
Maybe even the clinical professional?
Does Kirsten know that Matt is Daredevil?
Did you strike Miss Page during your evaluation last night?
You can clearly see a bruise on her cheek.
Does a vigilante need a mask?
True. What's the difference between a vigilante and a hero?
She hid behind Daredevils.
In the same way that you're hiding behind the Fisk administration.
Objection.
Sustained.
Got you. That can't be Dex, right? Yeah, that's not Dex. What? Why would he have a sniper rifle? It's a poser, man. Who the fuck? That ain't my bullseye. Get out of here. Are they trying to assassinate Matt? Or Karen?
The defense calls Mayor Wilson Fisk.
I love how they shoot down low to make him look massive. What? Oh, show of force, I guess.
When I was a boy,
He said it! When I was a boy.
but as I grew, I realized that no man stands as tall as this courthouse.
What are you yapping about?
That was lovely, Mr. Mayor. I was a little surprised that you showed up.
I could say the same for you.
Thank you. I'll live.
Oh. Here's the real one. Oh, I love Dex so much. It's so ridiculous. Oh man, let me see his fucking jawline. Ooh.
Poser.
So what's Bullseye's plan here? To kill Fisk, I guess?
It's too late for Foggy Nelson.
Why have you got to bring up Foggy?
These criminals like Karen Page and Daredevil to justice.
I'm sorry, was that an answer or a speech, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, I love that it's just not a fight between them both. Like, they're fighting verbally. Like, in court. It's so different from the usual.
And are the streets safer?
Statistics say they are, yeah.
Statistics, sure.
An assassin, actually, who I believe was once in your employ.
Objection. This is contempt.
True.
What is a vigilante? What is a criminal?
What is a criminal?
You really want to do this, Mr. Murdoch?
Were you aware that the Northern Star is smuggling illegal arms into New York City via the free port that is owned by the Fisk Industries Trust?
Objection. Assumes evidence not on the record.
Sustained.
For God's sake. I mean, she's definitely bought by Fisk, right? Surely.
The only thing that's been presented is testimony from Officer Powell, who is in your employ, who takes his orders from you. Of the district attorney, who, guess what, is in your employ, takes his orders from you.
Objection.
Overruled.
Overruled?
First mate Christophe Sava.
Objection. Video testimony?
Overruled.
Murdoch,
Oh, I love it when they do this.
there are things I can say in here that will ruin your life forever.
I could say the same about you.
I love how he said that, thinking Fisk would hear him.
There's not going to be any appeal.
You're saying that out loud in front of the judges?
Who sank the Northern Star?
My captain, he found the weapons.
And who is the one who ordered you to scuttle the ship?
The kingpin, Wilson Fisk.
Order!
Unless it can be corroborated by someone who is actually on the Northern Star.
And that is exactly what I intend to do, Your Honor.
Wait, what? Is he going to reveal himself as Daredevil? I thought Fisk would do it.
So, if only we could ask him what he witnessed that night.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
You don't really like Daredevil.
Yes. I hate him.
Sir, what if the public actually think that Daredevil is a hero? Take me, for example. I took a bullet for you, didn't I? Would that make me a hero? Who has an obsession with one vigilante. A vigilante who's sent into prison on more than one occasion.
And a vigilante he's looking at right now.
Do not answer it.
Answer it, sir!
I will answer it! You don't get to know what comes through our port.
We've established there was another witness on that boat, haven't we? A witness who, in fact, is in this courtroom today.
Oh, fuck, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to reveal himself as Daredevil.
You and I both know who Daredevil is.
Oh, fuck.
You are a fool.
No, I'm Daredevil. He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
I'm not. I am Daredevil.
No one's going to believe it. He has to prove it.
Going to tell this court that Daredevil is a blind.
There you go. That's proof. There's no walking that back now.
Blind lawyer who can fight.
Fucking Powell loves it.
aka the task force, with said weapons, which we then destroyed in the interest of public safety.
Which we then destroyed.
Which means this court has neither the ability nor the mandate to decide justice.
That fucking acting, holy shit. I'm surprised we didn't see Heather's reaction to him saying that and showing his skills.
I move for dismissal.
Granted, this case is dismissed.
That's good. His identity is out there now. It's over, but at what cost?
Your assassin lived. He has a lot to say. Watch yourself, Kingpin.
That's crazy. That's like the first scene they've had together.
Matthew Murdock, Daredevil.
You lost the city.
Bullseye could mess this up.
Prepare to take the shot.
Sorry, pal. Wrong bullseye.
Sir, it's a trap.
No, wait.
Well, he shot Buck.
Get fire in that top right window!
Jesus.
Get fire in that top right window!
Is Buck gonna die now? Hopefully. So what was Bullseye's plan there? Just to kill Fisk? Oh, fuck. What? They were recording after it was already on the... Huh? Also, that kind of looks like BB's like report thing.
Aide has been wounded.
He's dead. That's a gut shot.
We are under siege.
Is no one gonna give him medical attention?
Will you?
That voice crack.
It'll take hours. I mean, we have to stop this now.
Get Spider-Man. Like, where's Spider-Man? This is too big. What?
We are under siege by the task force. Friends, and lock us up.
Poor Daniel's mum, though. Like, finding out he's dead. The BB report. Wow. That's how she plays into this. Fuck this. This is too big. Where's Spider-Man? I hate Sony, dude. Spider-Man should be here. I don't give a fuck. Or Punisher. Like, where's Frank? Look, this is too big. It's too big, but it's such small scale. God, I love the suit this season.
Team 2, clear the hallway.
Here come the task force. I wonder if the drinking helps Jessica. Like her powers, maybe. Because her powers going to drop out in this sequence here. I'm glad Brett's back.
It's the Attorney General. He'd like to speak with you.
Fuck you. Yep.
Heather,
Give me your jacket.
it's a canali.
He's shivering. Give it to me.
What about your jacket? Why his jacket? Oh!
Tell him about Hector Ayala.
Hector Ayala was a fucking cop killer. He's one of ours. He's not one of ours. He's one of them.
He also told you that Saunders was killed by vigilantes. That kind of
Get him out of here.
came out of nowhere. I mean, not really. But that just felt very quick. Because, like, Powell's not the only bad guy there. The whole task force has some idiots in it.
Don't you ever touch me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he expected there. Why the fuck did he do that? What are you doing? Hey!
Final offer, he says. Tender your resignation and leave the city. The office of the mayor has my support.
And you're no longer mayor.
Renounce your citizenship, go into exile, and the AG promises not.
Go into exile? And this is what I said though, like, out Fisk in the public, and like, what's he gonna do then? If the people don't love him anymore. Oh, did my man say boo and just punch a guy to once and kill him? Holy shit. Boo. Well, that guy's dead. Oh my god. Well, that's the next bullseye. He's so ridiculously strong. Oh! I mean, the amulet, right? Holy shit. My god. Holy shit. Oh, that's a nice little parallel there. Are they going to meet in the middle? I mean, Fisk has killed loads of people now. Oh my god. He's covered in blood. It's like a fucking play. So theatrical.
You're wrong!
No, what? No, look, you're covered in blood, man. What?
And I still fight! No!
Oh, for God's sake. Fucking hive mind. Idiots. What are you doing? I mean, I don't know if Fisk can take on all of them. Like, he's strong, but... I mean, technically it's self-defense, right? Like, they're charging him. Matt's just letting this happen, I guess. What? Where's Matt and Jessica in that shot? Like, Matt was there on the stairs. What? Jesus.
It's over for both of us. Take the deal.
I don't think the deal's gonna stand after he's killed loads of people. What?
You go to prison, you die locked away from her memory.
I guess he can't go to prison because he'll just escape again.
This is your so-called retribution.
As he uses his veal voice.
What about Grace? You're not allowed to offer that to me.
That was good. That ties back into the first episode of this show, right? I like to believe in grace and I also like to believe in retribution, right? Or whatever. Are we gonna fight now? What are we doing?
I accept.
You could have accepted before all this happened. I don't know how the deal's gonna work with him killing loads of people, but... I guess... like I said, he can't go to prison because he'll just escape again. But the Vaft could work. Why not just send him to the Vaft? You take away... I guess if you exile him from New York, like, you take away the one thing he loves and then he'd have no reason to do what he does, right? But he'll definitely be back. He's Kingpin. Come on. He's got to fight Spider-Man. I can't believe Spider-Man wasn't involved at all. Like, he's webbed up some AVTF. That's it. That's all he could have done. I can't remember. Was this Defenders, maybe? Was it Defenders or was it Season 2?
Being hunted no more.
It's gonna be hard.
It's really hard.
It's so hard.
Why is it so hard?
There's got to be a consequence to him outing himself as Daredevil, right? How'd they find him? I mean, I guess everyone knows who he is.
He used to be a lawyer.
Used to be. They're doing Devil in Cell Block D then, right? They're adapting that next season. It made sense. Charlie Cox didn't shave his fucking beard. And they were filming season 3, so I'm like, okay, what's an arc where Daredevil has a long beard? I called it, man. I knew it would end with him going to prison because his identity is out there after Vanessa dies, but I thought Fisk would have said it. Not him, so I was slightly wrong. Does that mean he's going to be in Spider-Man then? Because Spider-Man goes to prison to fight the Hand. Why would the Hand... You know what I mean? Oh shit. Is that Luke? That's what I'm talking about, dude. Holy shit. There you go, there's a confirmation. New York Bulletin. Battle of New York. Wait, is this the same set? Holy shit.
BB. Thought you should have this.
What's this?
Allison.
Welcome to the Bulletin.
Or you found someone else.
He's got someone new. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Oh, Alias. There you go, that's a... Jessica Jones season 4, maybe? Uh-oh. What happened to Buck? Is he dead? Yep, there it is. The mask is a real face. Uh-oh. Fucking Powell. That's crazy. Fisk gets exiled and Matt goes to prison. Like, I don't get how the deal wasn't just void at that point after he killed all them people. Devil in Cell Block D. Next season's gonna be fucking sick. If they do it well, next season could be fire. That was a big finale. Holy shit. Honestly, I was worried that it would feel a bit rushed. It worked for the most part. Like, I do think the court stuff, like, leading into him revealing himself as Daredevil was fantastic. I think it's probably among, or maybe the best, like, hero reveal that we've had, at least in the MCU, you know? But there's no going back on that, you know? Because I think the Devil in Cell Block D, there's a few versions of it, I think. I swear there's one where, like, they suspect that Matt's Daredevil, but they can't confirm it. And then Danny Rand takes up the mantle of Daredevil, I think, to kind of subvert the public. But considering what happened this episode, I don't think you can take that back, you know? And speaking of Danny Rand, we know he's going to show up next season, right? We knew Luke Cage was going to show up next season. I didn't expect him to show up this episode, though. But yeah, like, him revealing himself as Daredevil's so big. Like, there's no going back now. And it's going to suck now because, you know, the thing that I love about superheroes is just that conflict, that inner conflict of their normal life and then their superhero life. And, like, trying to balance that, you know, it's what makes Spider-Man so great, right? And obviously with, you know, No Way Home, they've kind of reset Spider-Man to reverse his, you know, his identity being out there, which I think is the best move they could have done, right? Like, they obviously can't do a Doctor Strange spell with Daredevil, because that would just be too much. I genuinely thought Fisk would be the one that outs him as Daredevil, but then no one would believe Fisk, I feel like. But Matt needed to out himself because he needed to prove that he was on board the Northern Star. Because no one else, like, obviously, the first mate's dead. Christophe, right? So it makes sense. And I mean, I've said it. Like, the whole idea of him revealing his identity is, like, it's about time, you know? It just comes with a lot of negatives, I feel like, more than positives, because it's like, now he won't be conflicted, right? Like, he might not even be able to be a lawyer anymore, right? And that kind of hurts Daredevil's character. I know there's some comics where his identity is out there, and he's still a lawyer, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because like next season's definitely just going to be adapting Devil and Cell Block D, which he's in prison. Spider-Man goes to prison. The Hand goes to prison. Is that connected, or is it just something completely different? I don't know. It would be diabolical not to have Daredevil show up in Brand New Day. Like whether it's just like a quick scene, like he's in prison. Spider-Man's fighting the Hand. Then maybe Daredevil helps him out, and then he's like, I can't go with you. I'm staying inside prison. But he helps out Spider-Man with the Hand. Because surely now that Matt's identity is out there as Daredevil, the Hand are going to come after him, right? Unless they already know that he was Daredevil, technically, because it is the Hand. But if the Hand is back, does that mean Elektra's alive? The first half of the episode, I definitely prefer a lot more to the second half. The second half, I'd argue, was a bit rushed with how they executed it. A lot happened within, like, one episode. Like, we had Daredevil, his identity being out there. Bullseye showed up and basically did nothing. Right? Like, he killed a guy that was posing as him, and then shot Buck, which we don't know what's happened to Buck. I'm surprised they didn't even go into that. They just kind of breezed over it. Like, is Buck dead? Is he in prison? Is he in hospital recovering? Like, we never got the answer to that. I guess maybe he'll show up in season 3. I don't know. Or, like they've been doing for most of the season, they had a scene where he died and they just cut it out. Or they had a scene that explains what happened to him, but they just cut it out because of time, I guess. Even though it makes no sense considering it's a show on a streaming service where you have to pay monthly for it. Why not put more into the episodes and have the episodes be longer so it's worth the money? Like what? But yeah, I just love how diabolical they go with Fisk. Like, it started from Hawkeye. Like, he was strong in the Netflix stuff. Ever since Hawkeye, he's, like, ripped off a car door. He's survived getting hit by a car. He survived an explosion. He survived a gunshot to the head. That was all in one episode of Hawkeye, by the way. And then he had... I don't think really anything happened in Echo, to be honest. But he recovered from the gunshot. He crushed a guy's head in with his hands. Beat the shit out of a guy in a boxing ring. And this episode especially... Well, actually, no, episode 6, right? The fight between Daredevil and Fisk, right? Like, when they both collide with each other, and then fucking Matt goes flying, and then he punches the brick pillar. And I guess last season, technically, like, with Adam, right? When he threw him up into the ceiling and shit. Like, I'm surprised he didn't even fucking kill him, to be honest. The fact that he killed a guy this episode with one punch. Like, he went, boo. As if he said, boo. Boo. And then just punches him so hard he goes flying, and basically his brain's mush. Like, that guy's dead from one punch. He was covered in blood. Like, I just can't buy that. I get that it's a comic book show, And I get that there's got to be some suspension of disbelief. I mean, there already is technically with Fisk even getting out of prison at the end of season 3 anyway, of the OG stuff. Like, him coming back in Hawkeye, like, kind of just ruins the ending of OG Netflix Daredevil. I don't get how that deal even works. I do partially because, like I said, they're not going to arrest him because they've arrested him before and he's got out twice, right? And it doesn't work. And even when he does get arrested, he controls the prison. He ends up like being in charge of the prison. It's not worth it. And he ends up pulling so much weight. So the best thing is get him away from New York, exile him from New York, because that's the one thing. Like, New York is the place he loves the most, and without New York and without Vanessa, you know, like, that's a bigger punishment for Fisk than just being locked up again. Because he'll get out, he'll start doing shit again. Like, I get the idea of him, like, exiling him, but I feel like there should have been a scene after that, like, especially considering, like, there's no way Matt didn't hear all them people being killed by Fisk. Like, maybe if he knocked them out, or beat them up or something. Because, like, the argument is, okay, all the people that were charging him at the top of the stairs, like, technically it's self-defense at that point. Like, he's getting mobbed by these people and he's just fighting back. Technically. But when he opened the door and then just punched that guy once and everyone was running away from him and then he kept hitting them and hurting them and killing them, like, that's not defensible. Like, if they started charging at him and shit, you could maybe argue self-defense there. That's just the only bad thing I feel like is wrong with the episode. In terms of, like, okay, the Fisk stuff. Matt outs himself as Daredevil to save the city. He's the one that gets punished and Fisk gets out. But does Fisk deserve to be exiled? Like, would it have been more poetic if the crowd killed him? Like, Matt fights so hard not to kill Fisk, and then fucking the mob kills him anyway. That scene was a little weird, though, because, like, Matt used the billy club to get to the halfway point on the stairs, and then there was an overhead shot, or a bird's eye view shot, that was showing Fisk, and then Matt wasn't on that point of the stairs, he was just on. So that was like a weird continuity error there that I noticed. And I don't know why Matt, like, went to the side of the stairs and didn't just go up straight to where Fisk was. Like, that just seemed stupid on Matt's end there. But yeah, I'm honestly shocked that we didn't actually get a Daredevil and Fisk fight. It would have amounted to nothing. Like, it would have been interesting if they started fighting and then, like, Matt beats him pretty quick and then just convinces him, like, please just stop. Can we just, you know what I mean? Like, that's up there, I think, with the I Beat You scene. I still think the I Beat You scene is better. Like, because that had a 13 episode build up, right? This only had 8. Well, I mean, I guess it's technically 2 seasons build up, right? From last season. Technically. Because you could argue basically season 1 and season 2 are just one season. It's just, I could definitely see a lot of people debating that scene with Fisk and Matt there. Like, is it stupid to let him live? Like, I don't know. Because we're just going to go in circles. He's going to be back. And by that end scene of him being on the beach, like, is that what he's imagining? Like, or is that because, like, that's why he wanted to be with Vanessa and, like, it gives him a bit of peace, maybe? Because he doesn't have the painting anymore. The painting's gone. Or they're going to adapt, I think it's like a small arc in the comics. Isn't it like Return of the King or something like that? Maybe they're going to adapt that for next season for Kingpin, while Matt's arc is going to be Devil in Cell Block D. So maybe we'll actually get a break from Fisk next season, in terms of him being like the main villain. Like, he'll be he'll still be around, but he won't be like the main villain, but he'll be back at the end of season 3 or something. He's going to do something big. He's going to come back, and then hopefully he fights Spider-Man in the Spider-Man film, please. I feel like that's what they're doing with Fisk. That's why Fisk stays alive, because they want to hold out hope that he can fight Spider-Man. And he should. I don't give a fuck. That's the only thing I want. I've said it before, I wouldn't mind if they kill Fisk, but at least before they do it, let him fight Spider-Man. And maybe fight Punisher, because I still want to see that happen. And speaking of Punisher, they better have a good fucking explanation next week as to why he's not shown up this season. I understand the behind-the-scenes reasons, like, he was filming Odyssey, he was filming Spider-Man and stuff, and he was filming his special, but we better have a good explanation, like, next week. Because I will be reacting to the Punisher special next week, because it's kind of like an epilogue to this, praying that we get a good explanation as to why he's not shown up. But yeah, Spider-Man's a bum. Like, you understand behind the scenes reason as to why he doesn't show up, like, because of Sony. But just, if Marvel were actually smart, they do, maybe you need permission from Sony to use, like wedding up AVTF members. Just something. Or, like there's AVTF members that are going to kill, like, a civilian, like, in the city or something, and then they just go flying up and you hear, like a web. Just, you don't have to show him. Just something to make the world feel alive and feel like it's the same universe. You know what I mean? Not just like, oh yeah, here's the Avengers Tower, whoa. You know what I mean? Or like, I don't know what they'd call it, the new Avengers Tower, technically. Like, we still didn't really get confirmation. Like, is it set after Thunderbolts? We didn't get any tie-in to, like, the Void situation. So the Void situation happened in between season 1 and 2, and no one brought it up. We also had Mr. Charles, who obviously works for DeFontaine. He didn't really do anything, did he? He just was there to piss off Fisk every now and again, and I guess he's hired Bullseye now to take Luke's position. Which makes sense. I mean, in the comics, isn't Bullseye like an assassin? You know, like a hired killer. Now, where he's going, I don't know. Another character that I feel like didn't really do a lot was Jessica Jones. Like, it was nice to have her meet Kingpin and have, like, a scene with him. Like, it was just brief. But it's nice, you know, like, calling him Kingpin and shit. Like, that's great. But she didn't do anything. She was just kind of there. You know, she was there for hype moments and aura. Right? Like, she showed up. It's like, okay, she's been in touch with Matt every now and again. She helps him out with the weapon stuff, which Matt could have just done alone. And then, you know, I guess just confirm that she's got a daughter with Luke Cage and set up stuff for that. That was it. There wasn't a lot that she did. She just kind of stood around not really doing a lot. Like this episode, what did she do? Really? She showed up at court. Why does the governor show up with Jessica Jones? Like, I don't get why Matt suddenly thinks that Jessica Jones is impenetrable to bullets. We've seen Jessica Jones, right? She can get killed, like, she can get shot in the head and die. It's not... She's not impenetrable. She can die. She can be wounded, more so than Matt. Like, she's just strong, which her powers drop in and out, which they didn't really touch on this episode, so that was kind of weird that they even brought that up. Right? I don't think her powers dropped out this episode. So why the fuck did they even do that in the first place? I guess just to show, like, her body's changing because of giving birth and that. But or the alcohol helped. Maybe. That's not a good message. I'm also slightly disappointed with him revealing himself as Daredevil and not getting Heather's reaction to that, really. She rolled her eyes when Matt said he was Daredevil. Like, he's an idiot. There's no way he's Daredevil. But then when he did that little move, she didn't have a reaction to that. So I thought that was weird. But they focused on Powell, like... who was kind of impressed. He was, like, vindicated. And then even Kirsten, like, I guess Kirsten figured out that Matt was Daredevil. Even that sucked, man. Like, or, like, even White Tiger, like, her reaction to knowing that that's Daredevil. It felt like so much was happening, but a lot of the characters were just useless. Like, Bullseye, I guess, helped. He didn't really do a lot, though, after he took that shot. Like, he shot Buck and then left. Even though he could have easily killed Fisk. He's Bullseye. He could have ricocheted that bullet, and it could have hit Fisk in the head. I don't understand... like, what the point of that was. How did he know that there was a sniper in the window in the first place? And we didn't even get one final scene with Bullseye and Matt. Like a little, like, nod. You know, Bullseye did his job of saving the governor. I guess it worked because the governor came back, but, like, it didn't really play into, like, Matt. Like, oh shit, you know, Dex did his thing. It was cool to see Ellison. And, like, I guess they recreated that set from the Bulletin. It looks similar. So that's cool that BB takes her uncle's office. Now I'm a bit worried though because like Karen's out, you know, she's on her own now. And Matt's identity as Daredevil is out there. She loves Daredevil. People know she's in love with Daredevil. Are they going to go after her? And Matt can't help her because he's in prison. I guess maybe the Defenders have to defend Karen. I don't know. Also, the Cole North stuff. Like, I get it. Like, they were like, him seeing Saunders be killed by Powell, and it's like, Powell blames the vigilantes. I guess Powell also told North to kill Hector, and obviously, like, North fights back after that, but, like, I personally think that was just a very rushed kind of redemption. I get that they had, like, one moment of it, but I feel like there should have been more questioning, you know, throughout the season, rather than just like 2 episodes ago. Like, we had one moment at the end of episode 6, and then obviously this episode where he just kind of did that. But like, taking out Powell wouldn't stop the AVTF, as we saw. Powell's not the only bad guy in the AVTF. They're all pieces of shit. You know what I mean? Like, it still doesn't matter. He still shot Hector in cold blood. He just went bang and just shot him in the head. I just don't think that redemption's there. I mean, he's in prison, so it works, but I'm a bit mixed on that. I felt like it was just a way to be like, okay, we need to get all these people inside the courthouse. How do we do that? I guess we've got Cole North there. Maybe we can just, have him knock Powell out and then just let them through. But, like, it's just weird because it's like at the end of last season, Cole didn't regret killing Hector, and then suddenly now he does. Like, it's such a weird way to do it. But if the season was 13 episodes, I feel like we could have fleshed out Cole's like story a little bit, and gave him a bit more of a better redemption than just knocking out Powell and then just letting the people through. That's it. It just happened too quick, I feel like. I see what they were doing, because like they were definitely building to it, with him questioning Powell and all that over the past few episodes. But like I said, it happened in episode 6 after we killed Saunders. That was all we got. I just hate that so much might have been cut from this season, because I swear there was a trailer where Jessica was in the church. She said something to Matt, and like Matt was like on one of the church I guess benches, right? And he looked up at her and like kind of laughed. That wasn't in last episode, right? And it wasn't in this episode. I guess it wouldn't have made sense to have like a comedic scene, and then go to Daniel being shot or whatever. I've seen some of the trailers and I've watched some of the trailers, and it's like there's a shot of Daredevil that was supposed to be in last episode, and they showed it for the trailer of last episode the day last episode came out, of him on his knees covered with his hands in his head. And it's like, I assume that was him reacting to Karen being arrested, but that was cut completely. It's like, what the fuck are they doing? Like I said it before, this is a streaming service that people pay monthly for. Why are you cutting shit out? The episode can be as long as you want it to be. Like, it doesn't matter if it doesn't help the story. It makes the characters better, because that's what fucking Netflix did. It let the story breathe, and it let the scenes breathe. This show it moves too fast. It goes from one scene to the next with no substance most of the time. Like, this episode was good, and was more serious, I feel like, in the first half. Later half kind of got a bit diabolical with the Fisk stuff, but like, and a bit off the rails. But other than that, like, I still enjoyed the episode. It's just, yet again, I do feel like with Fisk killing the civilians and stuff is a situation of hype moment, an aura moment. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. You can have hype and aura moments and still have good writing, that's not hard. There was also apparently, like, Charlie Cox said it, that apparently he filmed something where he dove off a roof or something like that. They filmed like a stunt. I assume maybe it was the one from episode 2 when he's jumping off, like, rappelling down from Josie's, maybe. But apparently he did it head first, from what I'm aware of. And it's like, they cut that out because that wasn't in the show. I feel like all the scenes that we've learned about that were cut could have actually been an extra episode. Because it's like, apparently they also filmed the scene where they spray paint the suit, but they just didn't have it in the show. We've also got, the Lady Muse stuff, I guess. That's what I was talking about last episode, because there was a set picture for season 3 that was kind of hard to avoid. We had from what I guess was Heather in the Muse costume. She might be one of the villains in season 3. But then the question is, the show's called Daredevil, but are we gonna get any Daredevil? You know what I mean, like him in the suit next season if he's in prison? Overall, I think where I'd place this season, I mean, it's better than the first season, definitely. But there is things that still hurt this season when it comes to the writing, and I think that's mainly just too much focus on the side characters, not enough focus on Matt. That's kind of why I like this episode, though, because we got to see Matt in the courtroom, and we got to see Fisk and Matt fight verbally, and not necessarily, like, with fists. So it made for a very different exchange, which I like. And the callback to the first episode of this show where, they were in the diner and they were talking about grace and retribution and that, like, I like how it ties back into that. But in terms of, like, I guess they were adapting the Devil's Reign storyline, right? In terms of adapting that, I think it's very poor. They did a piss poor job of adapting that storyline, in my opinion. It was still good, but it could have been so much better. Like, the scale could have been bigger. That's what I mean, like, by the end of this episode with the riots in the streets and all the protesters and that. Where's Spider-Man, you know? I just want to go back to either 10 to 13 episodes. I think that would be perfect. Going back to where I placed this season, maybe slightly above, like a smidge above season 2 of the OG Netflix. The second half, specifically, because the Punisher stuff in season 2 of the Netflix shit is fantastic. And that's like really the only, not the only great part of season 2, but that's what makes season 2 of the Netflix show good. Because in my opinion, I feel like the Elektra and Hans stuff is kind of shit, in my opinion. I know people love Elektra, and I think, you know, Elektra is fun. I just think that story arc was just boring. Something about that storyline bored me. You know, I was more invested in the Punisher stuff, because that was the whole setup of the season. You know, it was like Frank Castle, the Punisher, and then fucking Elektra shows up halfway through the season, and it's like, we now have to care about the Hand, and it's like, who gives a fuck about the Hand? Because like the problem with the Hand is that they're just ninjas. You know, like they have no identity really. They're just ninjas. I know there's some like really good arcs in the comics and stuff, but you know, there's an arc where Daredevil doesn't lead the Hand, which is it? What's that arc called? I mean, the suit in that comic arc I think kind of looks like the suit that we've had this season. Which, speaking of the suit this season, best suit we've had I think of live action. Now we just need a red suit with the double Ds. I still love the season 3 suit, even though it's not really a suit. But you know, I do want to see new villains, and I think a lot of people hold that sentiment. I understand that Kingpin is like Daredevil's #1 villain, but I want to see some other Daredevil villains. Like, obviously we're going to see Lady Muse, but I don't think she's going to fight Daredevil, because like Matt would beat the fuck out of her. Mr. Fear could work really well, considering he's a lawyer. You know, like, we could do that. I think there's Stiltman, there's Purple Man, right? Bring David Tennant in, fuck it. Because I'm pretty sure in the comics Purple Man he's got regenerative abilities, right? So he can, like, just because he got his neck snapped by Jessica Jones doesn't mean he's dead. Because he had a power-up in that same episode, so they could easily just explain, oh, he's still alive. And if they're going to do Muse next season, I kind of hope they go more into the supernatural side of it. Like his abilities, or her abilities, I guess. Like maybe she is being possessed, and maybe there is something more to it. That would be cool. But obviously, like, with Matt in prison, I don't know. Because I assume next season's got 8 episodes. I feel like, I mean, he's probably not going to get out of prison until, like, close to the finale, so... Because I know this season apparently has gone down in viewership compared to last season. So the show might be cancelled again with its 3rd season. I hope not. If season 4 gets confirmed, then we'll be fine. I just want more episodes. 8 episodes just isn't enough. Or you can do 8 episodes and then have every episode be over an hour. That could work. I'm excited for next season. I'm curious to see where they go with like the Defender stuff and Lady Muse, and I guess maybe the Hand might be back next season. Just because obviously they show up in Spider-Man. And if Daredevil shows up in Spider-Man, it'd be a missed opportunity not to do it. But I understand Sony are a bit weird nowadays. And then whatever they're going to do with Fisk next season, because we do know he is in next season. To what extent, I don't know. I assume it's going to be Return of the King level. Like, he'll be there, but he won't be like the main villain, kind of. But it's going to be interesting, because like we're doing Daredevil Born Again season 3, and Matt's going to be in prison for like the majority of the season. Will it make entertaining week-to-week watches? Because the thing is, with Born Again, it's that, would it work better released all at once, or would it work better week to week? Because the funny thing is, the critics get all the episodes at once, basically, but the fans have to wait week to week, which is stupid. It's like, clearly the show's done, just release it to the public. Yeah, like I said, really good episode, good finale, I think. With a few issues, I guess, but I'm excited for next season. I'm also excited to see what the Punisher special is going to be. I will be reacting to that next week. This might be a little bit later, because I did record this a bit later than usual. So I'll try and get it out as fast as possible. In terms of reactions, though, like I said, I'll react to the Punisher stuff. I might also react to Maul, Shadow Lord, because I know that's finished now. I've avoided like kind of watching it So maybe I'll react to that, because I know I've been reacting to a lot of the Star Wars stuff. And then maybe, like I've been saying for quite a while now, Invincible, because I've not watched Invincible yet. So when I can find the time, I will get onto that. Like I said, really solid episode. Good season. I enjoyed my time with it. It had a few problems here and there. Like, it felt like a lot of stuff was cut out for the most part, and I do wish we had more Matt. Because, yet again, I think the pre-overhaul stuff introduced too many side characters, and then with season 2 they kind of had to flesh out the side characters a bit more and wrap up some of their stories. So, yeah, hopefully next season. I doubt it though, considering they're introducing the Defenders and shit. Like, we might not get as much as Matt as we want, but we'll see. That about sums it all up. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta and farewell.